Hi, my name is Erastus Makana, director of The Interview, and this is...
Hi, my name is Charles Lawson, the cinematographer, and this is...
I'm Max Haryu, and I'm the editor.
Thanks for coming to watch. I hope you enjoy.
And welcome back to WHJ 11 at 3. Today, we have a very special interview for you. Former superstar actor Jeremy Jones will be sitting down with us, where he'll talk about his controversial past and where he's been since the infamous incident. You won't want to miss this one.
What has changed about you as a person since this incident? Do you regret your actions?
You know there's gonna be a biggest interview yet, right?
Yeah, I don't know, Danny.
No, like seriously. This is gonna be everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. You can't fuck this up.
Whoa, thanks. No pressure, huh? Danny, who is this guy, Jeremy Jones? I'm not too caught up on pop culture nowadays.
You seriously don't know who Jeremy Jones is? He's been everywhere, man. He's most known for his role in Jurassic Bark. It's a parody of Jurassic Park, but it's a genetically modified dog.
That's all I need to know. But what did he do?
Well,
Really? What the fuck am I being stopped for? I don't have time for this, man.
Good day, sir. Do you know why I pulled you over?
Since when did they start hiring you people? And aren't you betraying your own kind? Wouldn't you have to shoot one of your own? Oh, wait. You probably already do that.
Requesting backup. We've got a non-compliant.
Oh, great. Call your friends. I'm sure they would love to meet me.
The reason why I pulled you over is because you were doing 70 and a 30, man. And to be honest, this is your fourth time being over the limit. I'm gonna have to write you a ticket. License and registration.
Wait, you're serious? Do you know who I am? I'm Jeremy motherfucking Jones. I could buy your whole family right now.
The law is the law.
Totally gonna go grab his gun.
Code 467.
I have to. Perfect cheese.
Jesus, what happened next?
he grabbed his gun and tried to shoot him. I heard there was no bullets, though.
So that's the asshole I'm going to be interviewing. It's enough to make me want to walk out on here.
No, you gotta do this. You gotta expose him for who he is, and then expose the industry that try to support him.
Danny, what good will that do? It's not like anything's going to change.
5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes and we're up.
All right, good luck.
Hey, how are you?
All right, you're on. Rolling in 3, 2.
Welcome in, everybody, to another exclusive interview at WHJ 11. Today we have a very special guest with us, former actor Jeremy Jones. Jeremy, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well, thanks. Can't wait to get this started.
We haven't seen much of you lately. In fact, you haven't been in anything since the incident.
Right. Well, as you know, I've spent some time in prison. After I've been out, I've just been spending a lot of time reflecting on everything. Don't want to take things too fast.
So you've been in prison. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience inside?
Absolutely.
Hey, buddy. Got some gum from the guard's pocket.
I thought you said you couldn't do sit-ups or push-ups.
Today's your last day in. Thought I'd share one last secret while you're here. Bet I could do more sit-ups than you, honestly.
In a weird way, I'm gonna miss you, man. I learned a lot from you in here.
You think so? What's the most important thing you learned while you're in here?
How to season my food. Seriously, though, I think just the value of forgiveness, moving on, loving everyone. Do you remember the first day we met?
How could I forget? Jeremy? Jeremy Jones? When they said I had a new cellmate named Jeremy Jones, I did all the research about your situation.
My name's Darius.
Is that right? What do you care anyway?
I've seen a lot of people come and go in this place. They may have rehabilitated in body and mind, but rarely in heart. Let me read you a verse. Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and compassionate to one another. Forgive each other, as Christ God forgave you.
What exactly am I supposed to take away from this? I don't think you know who I am or what I've done.
I know exactly what you did. That's why this verse is perfect for you. Look, you did something terrible. We both know that. And because of this, you're likely to feel regret and hatred for yourself. I just want you to know, I forgive you. God forgives you. And you should forgive yourself.
Like I said, I did something terrible. Can't just forgive myself because you said so.
It doesn't have to happen today, or tomorrow, or even in a year. You're not going to change until you forgive yourself. Do you want to hold on to that hatred? Or do you want to start anew as a changed man?
Thank you, man, for showing me that God says to love everyone regardless of color. I'm kind of ashamed that it took God to tell me, though.
Why would you feel ashamed? You did what most people couldn't do. You outran your upbringing.
My upbringing? Huh.
I see. Well, Jeremy, what would you say is the biggest difference between you now and you at the time of the incident?
I do think I've worked hard to change my views. And I'm accepting of everyone now. I attribute that to my time in prison.
We thought you might say that. That's why we brought in a special guest today. Ladies and gentlemen, the policeman who was involved with the terrible incident with Jeremy Jones. Thanks for joining us, Derek. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks for asking.
So let's get right to it. What are your thoughts on the incident 2 years later? Do you forgive him? Or do you still harbor negative feelings?
You know, for a long time, I swore I would never forgive him. Like, why does he deserve my forgiveness? It would eat away at me forever. But I can't. I just can't. If I gave him the satisfaction of my forgiveness, he would never learn. So he'll just have to live with what he's done.
Well, we're finally out of time. Jeremy, what do you want the world to know about your experience with this interview?
Actions have consequences. And you have to learn to live with them. However, you can move on.
Hello? I'll come to the church.
So happy you decided to come.
Yeah, 6 months later.
Better late than never.
This doesn't mean that I forgive you, though. I'm just here to hear you out.
Understandable. Did you happen to bring a Bible? I wanted to show you something. No, that's okay. I always carry an extra.
What did you want to show me?
How familiar are you with the Bible? Do you know where Ephesians is?
I'm not too familiar. I mean, I've read a couple verses here and there, and nothing memorized, though. I mean, I wouldn't know where to find it.
No problem, let me show you. Ephesians is the 10th book in the New Testament. I wanted to show you Ephesians 4, verse 32.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Why here? Why not some coffee shop or something?
Well, I wanted it to feel more authentic when I showed you this verse. I was also hoping to give you a tour after. I've come to be quite familiar with this place.
Familiar? How so?
Well, it started as just attending here. I was trying to continue to reform myself, and after what I learned in prison about God and the Bible, I figured the first steps would be to make myself regular at church. Another reason I wanted to bring you here was because I wanted to show you that I actually have changed. I wasn't just talking myself up on television. Actions speak louder than words after all. And after our meeting, I hope you will agree. Anyway, enough about me. Let me show you the verse we picked out. Would you feel comfortable reading it?
Sure. Ephesians 4:32. Be kind and compassionate to one another and forgive each other, just as Christ God has forgiven you.
I'm not asking you to forgive me right away. I know what I did was wrong, and it would be tough for anybody. But just consider those words as you try to make peace.